Right, Leo. What I'm getting for your love reading for April is I'm feeling like this is, a marriage, a relationship you're in at the moment because you've got the Ten of Pentacles. And I feel like you're quite good financially within this relationship, marriage. But I'm feeling like you're not happy anymore, or somebody, or your partner's not happy within this relationship. Like, I feel like, yeah, you're quite good financially within this relationship, but, you feel stuck, or your partner feels stuck within this relationship. I feel like there's been some upset and hurt going on as well within this relationship, marriage, because you've got the Three of Swords. So there's some heartbreak here, and just upsetting energy within this situation. And I feel like you or your partner could just be stopping in this relationship just for financial, just for a financial thing. I don't feel like someone's very happy anymore, and feels stuck and stagnant within this relationship. I don't feel like you feel it going anywhere. It's just always the same. Nothing's progressing. And I feel like with the Devil card as well, there could be addictions, there could be, codependency going on, i.e., financial codependency. There could even be, just abuse going on as well, verbally, mentally, and even physically. I hope not, I really don't, but the Devil card, it's not a good energy. So somebody's feeling bound and tied to this relationship, and they don't see any way out of it, and you've got the Four of Wands. So I do feel like you were happy at one point, or your partner was very happy. Um, but I just feel like things have got to a stage where there's no happiness anymore, and you're just stopping in it for the sake of it, because you're used to it. You don't see any other way. And the Nine of Swords, I feel like you feel very, um, anxious and very stressed, and you can't sleep, and you know, there's just a lot of issues going on within this reading, and also I feel like there's been secrets being kept as well, about an addiction or something like that, and it's caused some upset and heartache here. And somebody just feels like they don't know what to do, they don't see any way out of this situation. But with the High Priestess, it's saying really use your intuition and really, ask for guidance, off the universe, off your guides, because they will really assist you within this situation. And with the Empress card as well, I feel like, this could be your partner, uh, and, you've maybe got kids together, things like that. You could have been together a long time, but I feel like it's just got to that stage where there's no happiness anymore, it's just the same old same. And nothing's progressing, it's not getting better within this relationship, and I feel like somebody's emotions are everywhere as well, because we've got these ships in the background and the water and the up and down. So I feel like somebody's feeling very unbalanced, and not stable within this relationship, and with the Lovers card, there's a decision having to be made here because somebody is not happy or you're not happy, your partner's not happy, because there's been some codependency going on, addiction, things of that nature. And you've just had it. You don't feel settled, you can't sleep, you just don't feel right within this relationship anymore. But with the Hanged Man as well, you are going to be getting some clarity, some enlightenment about something here, definitely. But it's just like things have just got to that stage now where it's just not a harmonious relationship, but we will clarify the Three of Swords. Yeah, see, with the Three of Swords, we've got the Five of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Three of Cups. So I feel like somebody has really tried to stand up for this, for the rights, and really tried to keep this relationship going, because you do truly love your partner, but things have just got too much, and I feel like there has been some, you know, verbal abuse and mental abuse, and could be a lot of drinking going on as well. Somebody has an addiction to alcohol here, and you've been really trying to fight for this relationship. But I feel like you've dropped your swords and you've just had enough. You just can't take this anymore. You've tried, but there's only so much you can take. But I will clarify the Devil. Yeah, see, somebody's not happy anymore within this relationship, and your partner could be an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. But I feel like you've been trying, you've invested so much time, energy, love, devotion within this marriage relationship. Your partner's, trying to maybe say, come on, I love you, we can get through this. But I feel like they've said it before to you, and they haven't changed, or this could be you. But with the Four of Cups, you're just not having it anymore. You're just not with it anymore. You've tried, but you can't do anymore, I don't think, Leo. Definitely. Yeah, but we will clarify the Nine of Swords. But yeah, I just feel like somebody has just had it up to there. They've invested so much of the energy into this marriage relationship, but it's just not progressing. There's no change. But we will see what's going on with the Nine of Swords. Yeah, so your partner could be a fire sign as well, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I feel like, you just want out now, because the Knight of Swords is going out of this here. So, and I feel like, you don't know what to do. I feel like, there's a decision you have to make, but you're not sure, because I feel like you do love your partner, but you can't take any more of this. It's just got too much for you. But you have got the Page of Wands here, so this is a new beginning. This is setting your energy onto thinking about yourself and what you truly want, Leo, definitely. But I feel like you're not sure what to do, and it's really it's wearing you down a lot, within this marriage relationship, definitely. But I feel like it's time for you to think about yourself, and what you truly deserve. If you have put a lot into it, what more can you do? A person can only do so much. But yeah, that's what I got for your love reading. Sorry about that, whatever you're going through. But we will see what's going on for your general. Right, so what I'm getting here, Leo, for your general, I feel like with the Five of Pentacles, I feel like, you're feeling kind of down and out. You could not be doing so well financially as well. You could have lost a job or something like that, but I don't feel like your finances are quite good. And like I says, with your love reading, there could be, you could depend on someone financially, or they could depend on you, definitely. But I feel like, you're really feeling down and out on yourself. And I feel like also with the Three of Cups, you have got support there for you, Leo, definitely. You have got friends there, but all you need to do is ask, don't have so much pride, because pride comes before a fall, but you have got support there, definitely. And you've got the Three of Pentacles as well, so it could be that you're going to seek financial, some financial advice, something like that to do with your finances. You could be in a lot of debt, things of that nature, but I feel like your finances are not good, and maybe, it did cause a rift within your relationship, in your marriage, definitely. Just had a lot of debt, or you had something to pay, and it has put a big dent in your pocket. But with the Five of Swords, I feel like you've just given up, and you've just had it. You've dropped your swords, and you're just sick of fighting, probably over money. And your partner could be a water sign, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, another fire sign like you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. But I feel like also, there could have been a third party situation going on as well. Sorry to say that, because we've got 2 3s here in the Lovers card, and somebody's made a decision that they're going to be with someone, without, outside this relationship or marriage, or you found out, somebody has been seeing someone else outside of this relationship or marriage, or it could be you. So, you really feel down about it, and, it's caused a lot of aggro and stress, and a lot of fighting, bickering, not getting on with your partner, because you found this out, that they've been seeing someone else, or that, you've been seeing someone else here. Definitely. But with the Nine of Wands, you just don't trust them anymore. I feel like the trust has gone, after what you've been through. It's like you've been to hell and back with them. You've been through a lot. And maybe you stuck there because financially, it was better for you, or something like that. But there is a decision here you need to make, with the Lovers card here, because I feel like, things have just got too much, and there's just been too much arguing, bickering, not getting along. Somebody's been messing about, not thinking about you, or you haven't been thinking about them, and it's just, you just feel kind of beat up about it all, and really just down about what's gone on here, because you did invest a lot of your time and energy into this marriage relationship, but it's saying, like, with the King of Pentacles, you will be fine financially. Like I said, there's a lot of help out there. and I feel like, also if you've been looking for a job, you are going to be getting it, and you're going to feel a lot better, because then you don't have to depend on anyone, financially, and you'll have your own money and things of that nature, or somebody could have been, depending on you financially here. But I just feel like it's just got too much. You've just dropped your swords and you've had it here, definitely. But we will clarify the Five of Pentacles. So with the Five of Pentacles, the universe is going to give you, healing, and tranquility, what you've been wanting. You just want peace and, harmony, for yourself here. And like I say, finances again. See, with the Four of Pentacles, somebody has been a miser, and has just been spending money, and not thinking about you, or, vice versa. And the Nine of Pentacles is here, like I says, you are going to be okay financially, definitely. But there's a big prevalence here with finances, definitely. But there is, some balance coming in for you here, definitely, where finances is concerned. And maybe, you've really been watching your money, because, things have got a bit hard for you, Leo, but I see you being fine. I really do, definitely. But we'll clarify the Nine of Wands. Yeah, so like I say, right, with the Star card, right, the universe has got your back, right? Always remember that. And they're guiding you in the right direction, because you have gone through a completion in a cycle, and it's time for you to have something different now, I'm feeling, Leo, definitely. And with the Star card, it's your time to shine. But with the Six of Wands, you will have a good outcome, and you will be successful, and you will be victorious, and you will be feeling, like yourself again and back on track. So don't worry. So that's what I'm picking up for your general. Right, so we got this Leo. So it says, flirt, extend your light-hearted energy to others. So you will be getting, that energy back again. Don't worry. I know you've been through it a bit here, but, try and get back to the positive you, like you always are, and extend your light-hearted energy to others, Leo, definitely. Because like I said, with the Six of Wands, you are going to be feeling yourself again here, definitely. Right, so you've got this one, Leo. So it says risk. So take a risk. You have the power within you to move mountains, definitely. So Leo, yeah, you have the power, right, to do anything you want to do within your life, but you have to take that risk, right? Because sometimes we do have to take risks to, you know, to experience something, we really want within our lives. We need to get our energy out there. So, you have the power here, Leo, and it's totally up to you now. So risk.